We're back, babies. We are back. Not ideal, was it? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. It's nice to have a chair, but my goodness, it gets in the way. Bill's in Surrey. How are you, mate? What's that smell like? Needs a wash, I think. That was absolute bargains, that were. Just nipped in for 2 seconds. Northern Sneakers, how are you? Just popped in the Chazza. Got a couple of bits I want to get drafted. Hello again. Wayne, I think. You had to have a dad nap, mate. No, I didn't have a nap. No. I had some food and then had to look after Ada while Mum went out. He's teeing off. Yeah, but look at these, look. Before I pull the stickers off, got some Taylormade burners for £2 a pop. £2. We've got a 2.0 and I've got a burner and a burner 2.0. There we go. You're going to focus or what? £2. Come on then. There we go. £2. Both of them, £2 each. And we got, I never know how to say, is it Canali? Canali toy, £1.50. Kenzo, £1.50. And a Hugo Boss tie for £1.50. Now, I wasn't going to pick up the Hugo Boss tie, but by the time I found these two, I thought I might as well. Because I think the Canali should go for about £40. Maybe a bit less than that, conservative. It's a nice one. The Kenzo's nice. A little bit of floral in there as well. But these clubs, £2 each, both right-handers, good grips on still got the original Taylormade grips, so I wouldn't say they need too much doing with them. And I like Still in Irons because they send us a large, as in every 1 kilo parcel. I thought you were in PJs. Oh no. Oh, I also picked this up as well. This was £3. Nice little rub, long sleeve tee, embroidered. It's a nice one. It needs a bit of a wash though. It smells like somebody. Do you know what I mean? Not washing, it smells like somebody. Hello from Birmingham. Dean, talking to my machine today. I don't like, I'm working every day. I just don't live stream it every day because this takes a lot of my time. You lot distract me, but I love it. Are they posh clubs? Yeah, I think so. They're nice. About 30-40 quid each. Afternoon Trace. Fellow charity shop buyer. Go on, girl. Hey, Ricky, thanks for the motivation tips on getting stuff listed. I've got 7 items listed so far, and they already sold 2 of those. That's what I'm talking about. Did you try the get a box and fill a box method? Great tip that is. I'm going to do a YouTube short on that in a minute. What are you saying, Ricky? Missed the live this morning, mate, but I'm also assuming you forgot about my signed video game I messaged you about. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed, mate. Keep up the grind, bro. Signed video game. I'm confused. Oh, are you the chap on Instagram? Mate, I just never get around to it. I mean, I've never got a decent video game to sign and send. It's one of them things that one day I'll just remember and do it. Golf clubs and ties. You're trying to tell us something? Hey. What does your wife say about all your collecting reselling? She says, thank you for being able to stay home and raise our daughter from the ages of 0 to 3.5 years old and then take her to preschool every day and then being able to take her to normal school now she's 5 and pick her up every day and never miss dancing, never miss any nativities, never miss any shows, and always being available if and when we need an emergency, and pay for the house and pay for the bills and the gas and electric. We share the bills. That's what she says. She says, nice one. Hello, Ricky. Much love from the Pamber Heath Massive. Go on, Gary. Are you the one that's got that jumper that I wanted to buy off your back? Is that you? Or are you the other Gary? The other chap? I can't remember names. I know your faces. Afternoon, you mentioned other countries' resellers, and now I'm sucked into Aussie Flipper is fantastic. We started the channel roughly about the same time, but he just stormed ahead of me. They got better content over there, haven't they? Australia and America. Maybe I'm just terrible. Love the mention on the sales vid yesterday. Go on, Julie. Thank you so much for your pickup, darling. She says, thanks for paying the mortgage. Yeah. I got 5 listed in 18 draft bank. The others have to go. I've got 48 drafts done, so I'm not even joking. All priced, all done. All I do is click go live. I'm going to start making a bank. I grabbed 2 plastic storage boxes like yours that were full of stuff and mostly clothing. Good on you. Why would Emma care as long as you and the family are happy? Oh, she's buzzing, mate. She loves my journey. She loves it. She's my number 1 fan. She is my number 1 supporter. When I first met her, I was a bodybuilding barber. Now I'm a fat reseller. When I first met her, I was a barber. And obviously all the crap happened. So I said, I'm going to try this. And she was like, yeah, go on then. So I said, but I'm only doing like £300 a week at the moment on there. Yes, all right, you'll figure it out. That's the support I need. I don't need, you can do this. Come on, I got your back. Say that with less words. She said that with less words. She just went, yeah, go on then. I know you will. I know you'll do it. That was like 6 years ago, whatever it was. Biggest number 1. Who's number 1? Bill's number 1. Soap Bath number 2. Dean Woods number 3. The crowns. The more messages you send, you get crowns, apparently. The thrift stores look so much nicer than the charity shops. Yeah, they do, don't they? Over there. I could imagine you as a barber. Yeah, that's why I got all these tattoos and stuff. I went through a phase. Everyone needs to find life that works for them and not the works for them. Oh, right, I wondered about the crowds. Yeah, so she loves it, mate. This is my job now. She leaves me to it. She doesn't have a say in it other than good on you. Let's pop that over there. Stickers. The game with these St. Michael stickers is try and get them off in one go. Oh, ruined it. Can I twist it back on itself? Yes, I can. Can I save that bit there? No. Bloody awesome to have a job out of this. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. You know, I'm not earning mega money at all. As mentioned, my bank balance is normally about £1,000 after I've paid everything. That's the business, by the way, not personal. Personal's normally like 10p. But what I lack in, I'm never behind on cash. I've always got excess cash. It's never a lot. But what I lack in abundance of cash, I have in abundance of freedom until Ada's older. When Ada's about 6 or 7, which is only a couple of years now, when Ada's about 7, I'm going hell for leather because we would have moved by then. Hopefully, have a double garage, and then I'll up the ante. Because Ada still, even though she's young, she's quite self-sufficient now. She's not fully. She's 5. Do you know what I mean? Coming into 6. There will become a turning point where her brain will just go, and she can get involved. She can help if she wants to, or she can just do whatever. You know. Don't know what Dean said. He's deleted it. That's the one, pal. But it can be literally. That's the one, pal. But it can be literally any video game. Oh, the signing thing. Yeah, I will try and remember, James. When you record packing Hedgewick, could you mention Oliver has bought it for Olivia? I want to see my son cringe. Have you bought that? I did sell this morning. I saw that. Oh, I'm doing all my packing tomorrow on Wednesday. Oh, that's right. So I recognise the username. I recognise the username from Vinted, and you've got the same on eBay. Is that you, is it, mate? Yeah, absolutely. One of the other resellers did dumpster diving, as the Americans call it. You should try that. Nah, Kaji did it, didn't he? It's not for me. I've done something very similar off camera many times in the past and done really well out of it. But it's not for me, that. If I'm going to do dumpster diving, I'm going to do I want to go to places like the back of Harrods or Sony, big places. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it not like putting my hands in manky old mouldy cabbage and salad and stuff. Ada loves the spotlight. Whenever she thinks I'm recording, she comes running in, mate. It's a great lifestyle choice. Exactly that, Crispy. Crispy. Hello again, friend. Yeah, thanks for picking that up. Soap Brass Products, aka, I'm guessing you're Anthony. Oh dear. Let's get these ties. Let's walk and talk, shall we? Let's walk and talk. At the minute, I'm just talking, not walking. I'm not talking. I'm not walking. I'm just talking. Yeah, I mean, dumpster diving is fun, but so I'll just tell you the reason why I mentioned those names. So where I used to work was in a town centre. So there's like an Arndale or a mall or whatever you want to call them. So there's loads of big stores. But obviously I had access to the back, to the loading bays, to the rubbish bins and whatever else. And there was Sony. There was a place that sold, I can't remember the name now, but they sold a lot of the Crusade and high-end kitchenware and stuff. There was Lush. But the Sony one was great. Headphones galore, and also got loads of stuff out of them. Fantastic stuff. Didn't have to go through a mix of. There was the occasional like, office bin in there, of course, but it's a bin. But the majority was like their sort of stuff, like Lush. The amount of stuff Lush throw away, mate. Let me tell you, for the planet and for the vegans and whatever else. They're not. I don't give a toss, mate. I've seen their bins. Mate. At least their bins smell nice, though. Right, I always list ties in a certain way, but I'm going to get some inspiration on how to list a tie. Tie for men. So that's a nice way. That's the same way that I do it. That's a nice way. Big, and then little, and then a little bit of roll showing. Oh, I like that. That's a nice little way, isn't it? Let's see if we can replicate that. Crap tie, but see if we can replicate that. So I guess what we do there is we just roll it this way. We're going to let this show here. Let that pop there. Let that one pop there. So we get those level. That one's going to stick out of there. And then just roll the top, I guess. Roll the top. So then we can then see a little bit of the roll coming out. I like that. Yeah, I always do roll it. So I'm looking for something. I just want something a little bit different. Just a little bit of a flair. And that bit there has got a little bit of a flair on it, hasn't it? Where's the flare coming out? Just there. Just pull that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'll show you what I've come up with. Although I do like to have the brand name on there first, normally, but it's okay. I mean, it ain't far off, is it? Eh? That's obviously had the background completely removed and some shadow added, but I can add some shadow, but I can't be asked for all that. That's the reason why I've got background. I'm not adding shadow. Cool. And what we'll do, we'll just flip that over so you can see it's Hugo Boss. Oh, I think I might have just found another way. Oh, I've accidentally done something there, I think I've accidentally done something. Look at that. I like that. It's like a snail shell at the top. Problem I have with these lights is because it's only overhead, it creates a bit of a shine. So I have got a shiny background. Holy frickin' airball. It's got like a crinkle. What's that crinkle sort of material called? Is it called seersucker? It's like a seersucker type. Do you buy cardboard boxes for posting? Yes, I use Kite Packaging, but I also, if I see them, I'll pick them up. If I get them for free, I'll pick them up. Not many folks say it right. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I bet you wouldn't eat McDonald's with your bare hands halfway through. I did notice that. Let's all just assume that Mr. Kaji has got great immune system and or hand sanitizer in the car. Right. Shit, what box is that going to go in? Did I even take a picture of the box? No, but H is still available, so H can go there. HVAC. HVAC, baby. Do you have any pets? No pets. I can't deal with the hairs and whatever else. I just can't. I've done it before. I get attached as well and then they die. So I told Kaj house burglary was more profitable, but he was scared to do it. It probably is. I mean, it's good though, because he gets, like I say, he's trying to get his views up on his channel, bless him. He feels like his channel's dying. And he's just going through a slump. My views are down. This is the time of season where my views are supposed to be up. So I'm either doing something that's not resonating with people, or it's a trend with YouTube at the moment, or whatever. I'll either figure it out. I could be like not baiting the videos enough, not giving enough drama, not giving enough attention to stuff or whatever else. I'm not doing that twisty tie thing again. It's too much effort. No, I'm going to do it. I liked it. But I'm also just going to keep plodding on regardless. I've had it before. You know, my channel goes through slumps, ups and downs and views. Sometimes my videos that I don't even put any effort into get the most like that one where that geezer switched the speakers on me. I expected that to be a 5-10k video after a few months at max. I think it's on like 40-50k now. Just got to keep plodding. You know, I gave Kaji a little bit of advice on a couple of things. I'm not, you know, I'm no one. I'm nobody to give advice. I can only give advice about my previous experiences and stuff when it comes to the tube and whatever else, you know. So I gave him my advice from that, and I noticed the next day he implemented it in one of his thumbnails. So I just wish the man. I wish anybody who's doing this the best of luck with it, regardless. You just got to crack on. It's like anything. You can't be up here all the time. Can't be up here getting all the views, up here getting all the top banging videos, up here getting subscribers every single month. You can't. It'd be nice to, but you have phases of that. You have phases where your channel goes on a stonking heater. Views, subscribers, likes, shares, comments, revenue, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. And then you have times where it's just wait until Christmas, mate. And then wait till like the car boots are off. My channel dies a death, but I'm still there. I'm still plodding along, waiting for the hype season, which is the car boot season. Just got to keep on moving, baby. Can't stop. Can't let it go in. So I wish him nothing but success, that boy. Anyone who's doing it. I watch some channels dedicated to dumpster diving after. It's surprising what the shop's chucking in the bin. Honestly, until you see it as well with your own eyes, you won't believe it. A lot of people, I think when Tom's Tack did, when he found some like gaming stuff, and everyone was like, "Oh, you planted it." I've seen it. I've seen it, mate. Shit, I'm supposed to measure these ties. Damn it. Yeah, I've seen it. And then planted. I mean, some people probably do plant them for videos, but I don't think anyone that I know of has in here. Leanne, I'll happily take some of that off you, my darling. Don't you worry. I'll happily take some. I've got space for it now. I've used it all up. I was actually complaining on a video the other day. I was like, "Oh, I've run out of Leanne's lovely big boxes." I can happily come to you, my darling, if you need to get rid of it. You don't need to keep coming to me. How are you, Leanne, anyway? You okay? Are you coming to the Open this year? Do you ever go to the Opens? I don't know if you do or not. I'm actually going for the first time ever. Can you Adam it and Eve it? Huh? Nothing to do with the eBay Awards. I don't think that's even done by then, or it's over and done with. I don't really know what the time scale is. I don't know when people find out. I don't know what the crack is. I know they announced it publicly on October the 23rd. It says that on their thingy. So outside of that, I don't really know. I'm guessing we find out if we make it or not before that. But yeah. Yeah, I'll happily come to you, Leanne. You are going to open. Well, I'll see you there anyway then. Bring some boxes and I don't all have in the room with the car. Taylormade, what I missed. Some golf clubs, bro. Pick these burners up. 6 irons, 2 quid each. Just about to list them now. What if that fit on there? Oh, it does fit on there. You absolute beautiful man. Dumpster diving in the USA compared to what we have in the UK is completely different. It's practically illegal over here now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's illegal over here. Depends where you go and how you do it. As long as you're not breaking in to gain access, it's a civil matter. It's a trespass, isn't it? The bin belongs to the bin company. Obviously, the company who rents the bin has the power over it, whatever else. But the worst that can happen is you get told to go away, and you just need to oblige. Because once you, well, kind of when you can. To be fair, it depends if you want. It's not like a charity shop, you know. If they tell you to stop filming, you need to oblige, and otherwise they can ban you forever, and you've got, you've got to protect your interests. But over there, it's a bin. It's like just keep. Well, you could just keep turning up, couldn't you? So you could say piss off, and then carry on filling your car up and whatever else. But I'm pretty sure it's a matter of if you can get to it without breaking the law, without breaking and entering, then it's just a civil trespass issue. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. I love learning. Every day's a learning day. Let's just get this done and then I'll look at the chat and see what your opinions are on that. I'm a no survivor. Yeah, what do you think? Tell me your opinions on some of it. Maine Coon cat and everything ends up in terrible full of hair, but lovely cats, aren't they? Well, I'm from Spain, David. Thing is, everyone is out in the field picking, and you can only watch so many of the same thing. You've got to mix it up. Exactly that, and I think that's a good thing Kaj has done. I think he's mixed it up. He'll do well with it. Scarlett, get well soon. Whatever's wrong with you, the power condemns you, and all that. The eBay Open is the first, so must announce it before then. No, because they're not doing it alongside with the eBay Open this time. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I've heard, Leanne. So they're announcing it publicly on the 23rd alongside a separate event thing. Yeah. We will be announcing the winners public officially on the 23rd alongside our celebratory awards event. So because they're not doing it, I think the years before they said they celebrate it at the eBay Open. They're not doing it this year. They're doing something completely different, completely separate from it this year. So the eBay Open will be way before any announcement for that, and then whenever any ceremony thing might be. Show us your golf swing. I haven't got one, Dava. You ever thought about live streaming a car boot session? Done it before. Signals on and off. It's a bit crap. Works well on TikTok. The trespass would be civil, but isn't the taking of goods theft? No. Once it's in the bin, UK taking stuff from people's bins. Business. Dumpster diving isn't illegal in the UK. However, accessing bins on private property could result in trespassing charges, and taking items without consent could lead to legal implications. Taking stuff out of skip is mostly not stealing. It's still to do with legal definition of theft. Yeah, so theft is like the act of denying somebody something, which is, I can't remember the legal term of it. I don't know if it's illegal, but I noticed that when someone says they got out of skip of an antiques roadshow, no one tells them off. However, when they say they found it with a metal detector, a printed warning comes up saying, must be noted, finders keepers. Technically, whoever owns the skip or bin owns the rubbish, which is true. So if you want something, you need to ask permission. Could be classified as theft. The legal definition of theft is a person is guilty of theft if he dishonestly appropriates property belonging to another with the intention of permanently depriving the other of it. And thief and steal shall be construed accordingly. But I'm sure there's things around it, but I can't imagine. There sure probably is a State versus John Jones where somebody's been prosecuted for it, but who's got time for that? Thank you, Justin. Appreciate that, mate. Hello, Michael. When are you going to get around to this and those WWE t-shirts? Soon. Hello, Nobby and or Gobby. How are you both? I still haven't got a chance to listen to that thing yet. Your track, a second track you've made. I think I'm still in awe of the first one. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to share that soon if you don't mind. Hey up, Dan. Let's see the Taylormade. I've just listed one, unfortunately. I've got one left here. This is a 2.0. 2.0, £2. Bargain. Is that one now? Your content makes me want to do more. I'm too lazy when it comes to listing. Just do one then. Just do one more. That's it. I agree about YouTube though. I'm no content creator, but I think you do need to just carry on when views are low and not get disheartened. Exactly that. You either need to carry on and look at your content and change some things. Change the way you structure the title, change the way you structure the thumbnail, change the way that you marry the two together. Change some of the settings that you do for your uploads, change some of your intros, change your construct, change the way that you do things, change the structure of the video, or remain the same. It might just be a low point, you know. I have times where I'm not watching any reselling content, let's keep it as that, for example, for months and months and months. If you've got 100,000 people doing that at the same time, you're gonna see a difference, aren't you? And people might just have research. That's hot weather, you know. Nobody wants to sit inside and watch YouTube all day. And in the evening, you know, they've got more plans. School holidays are here now. You know, people might be out doing something, on holiday. Not many people are sad like me and sit and watch YouTube on holiday. But then there's saddos like me that do. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of factors to include. So you've got to look at where you are. My views are down at the moment. They are down. But I'm also aware that I can only keep doing what I'm doing. And like I said before, the school holidays, the factors, the weather, all these things. But I keep plodding on. I keep going. I'll never be disheartened. Ever, 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 ever. The day that I get disheartened with YouTube and stop is the day that I want to stop doing YouTube. And I can't imagine I'll ever stop. It's one of the things that I think I'll just be doing now until the day that I disappear, until the day that I go. You know, because even if it's not reselling, eventually this channel might change into something else. You don't know what the natural course is for something. Things change. Things do change. I might end up doing something really crazy one day, finding something amazing which will give me a whole new hobby. It might take me down a whole different path. And do you know what I mean? There's just so many variables in life that I'm ready for and will lean into whatever happens in life. Would I like to do reselling on this channel for the rest of my life? Yeah, I could. I'd be fine with that if that's what it was. Happy days. Would I be open to a change? You know, a contract might come up. Somebody might offer me a contract where if I do X content for X amount of videos and whatever else, might do that. Obviously, I wouldn't do it about pet dogs unless I have a thing about pet dogs coming up in the change of life. But somebody said to me tomorrow, give us 100 videos on dogs. I'll be like, no, it doesn't meet the channel. But who knows, you know? who knows what will happen. Money just laying around there. Look. Tristan came yesterday and brought my other chair, even though I only had it since October. Flexi Spot sent me another one to do. I've got to do a video on it soon. I haven't done it yet. Care home vlogs. Yeah, I could do that. I used to work for a company that bought second-hand goods. Anything faulty had to have a hammer taken to it rather than let people raid the skip. You see that a lot. So, like TJ Maxx in America, probably over here as well, what they do is when they send something out, whether it's a footstool or a bag or a jacket, Stanley blade it. They Stanley it or zip, chuck it in the bin. Disgusting. Because somebody's going to go in that bin regardless. So if they're in there, you might as well let them get something good out of it. Or take it to the charity shops or go around the streets yourself with a quick bag, send one of the lads out, find somebody on the street, give them the jacket. Fucking Stanley blade, you sick. Taylormade, Brian. How are you, mate? Oh, yeah, actually, Leanne's probably the best person to ask on this. It's a civil matter, plus they have thrown the item away, so good luck to anyone trying to take someone to court over that. Imagine the publicity they could get. My brother-in-law, regularly they get stopped from skips. Yeah, so you got to think about what the judge is going to say when you bring to them a case where you're bringing somebody into court, which costs time, costs money, and you're trying to prosecute them over a toy or a pair of shoes you've thrown in a skip, and somebody has got onto your property without force, opened your unlocked bin without force, and taken out some trainers that you've deemed no good enough to then throw away. They've taken them out to give them a second life somewhere. Whether they're going to profit or not is irrelevant. And then you catch them and you want to take them to court. You bring that case to court. Entered without force. Obtained without force. No violence. Civil. The court would probably sort you out, mate. So, yeah. When I worked at Robert Dyer's, they was a company that was there as well, that I was talking about earlier. We had to cut off the plugs to electrical products that were dumped to prevent use being caused by electrical fire. I mean, I get that side of things, but if anybody's going to fight, you're still going to get in there. Anybody with a little bit of nous can stick a wire back on. It's going to happen, isn't it? Where are we? Always make an effort to watch your videos, Rachel's and Lucy's. Thank you, Dean. Afternoon, y'all. Big up UC, the best Scottish reseller. Hi, Ricky. Do you ever have trouble with parcels going missing, not being delivered? Yeah, occasionally, but I'll make sure that all my scans are done. As long as I've scanned them at the post office and made sure they've been scanned, you're covered. As long as you haven't sent like something worth £1,000 or £20, you're all right. You can chase it up quite easily. Is there an item you were convinced was a winner but fell flat? Yeah, it's happened recently because I'm still buying them. What was it? What is it? There was something, and I was like, I need to stop buying that now because they used to be a winner, and I'm always convinced they're a winner until I buy them, and then they're not. What was that? I think it was today or yesterday. Oh, old sealed DVDs of like fitness stuff. Like I've had some good scores of like fitness DVDs and stuff. And then I bought them the other day, and it just keeps happening. I'm like, stop, because it's in my head that I've made some big sales off of them. Not all of them are, but then some of them are good. Yeah, things like that. Up to the neck in it here, Ricky. Going through hundreds and hundreds of CDs we've got for sale. It's doing our reds in, and Pete's knackered. Get on Whatnot. Sign up using my link. Get on Whatnot and do a CD show. Hello, I've got this CD for sale. Starting the bids at £1. Go. You might even sell it for £1, then it's gone. Move on to the next one. I'm selling this one. You'll sell stacks in the evening. Would you ever go dumpster diving for content? Yeah. You probably wasn't here, but I mentioned it before. Yeah, I would, but I would be very specific of where I go. Lackluster by mistake. I get lots of your boxes from skips. I don't care who sees me going through them. Yeah, exactly. If I ever saw a skip or something, I'll be in it. I wouldn't care if anybody saw me doing it. If I saw a bunch of lads, I'd be like, mate, I'm just going to grab some of these bits out of here. Is that all right? And they'll probably say no. Then I'll be like, well, unfortunately, I'm going to take them anyway, but I was being polite. Hello?
Please add my number on WhatsApp.
Such scammers, man. Yeah. Just clean my son's bedroom out. You've caught something. I don't know if you've caught a disease or you've caught. Yeah, probably actually. To be fair, how old is she? Afternoon, Ed. How you doing, mate? Do you sell on Vinted? Yes, all my links are down below. My Vinted is 2002 RL, and my eBay is Ricky Resells. Ricky Resells. Ricky. Desperado, Rough Rider. I've got all these games I need to list, but just like one of those things where they need some of the discs need resurfacing, unfortunately. So I need to get around to see Jack or somebody. Ideally, I wanted someone. I was going to buy just a cheap. I say cheap. I was going to try and get a JFJ Easy Pro and just have it, but I'd have to, storing it until then. Until I need, I can't be arsed with. But I might do. Just so when I do get games, instead of me selling them cheap, I can just surface them up and then get the money that they're worth out of them, Right, stick you over here, because you don't need to be that side. You're winding me up. Lovely little doggy side bag, little vintage doggy plush. What do you reckon? Do you like it? Put your little coins in there. How much did I pay for that? 50p. They had price tags on the car boot like that. I think unless your prices are mega cheap, I think price tagging stuff's a bad idea. You can put people off straight away. They won't even ask to haggle. They might not even bother wasting their time haggling. Whereas you might have actually accepted one of their offers, but they've already seen that you're asking. Let's say they had a £5 price tag on that, but you probably would accept £1. No one's even going to bother asking. I've really made a. There you go. Made a mess on that. A disease. But that wasn't a call from Peterborough, was it? There's a mobile number. There's a mobile. I don't normally answer unrecognised numbers because I do move them, but I fancied it then. It was live. It could have been fun. Please use the doggy plush on your next car. But I would, but it's only got space for about 40 quid in £2 coins. That has. It's got those lovely sort of like 70s plush dog eyes. Do you know what I mean by that? Maybe like 60s, 70s. I reckon it's probably 80s though, but lovely little chain on it. Rougher running this. Buffalo Soldier, just like I told you. One tip I can actually give people, even though they probably don't need a tip, but it's just to measure everything. Put a tape measure next to everything. Obviously not DVDs and stuff. I was obviously measuring the golf club, wasn't I? So what have I done with the tape? You lot probably seen what I've done with it. Not there. I was measuring the golf. Oh, here it is. Yeah, things like this. I'd always like in the picture. Regardless, just pop. That's it. And then it's in there. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got to sort of type in all the specifics. I never do that. You can see what it's like then. How big it is. Please. Oh, there we go. I've read the same one twice. I'm missing the ball. I think it is. No, it's not. Got to keep the table. I normally work with a table higher than this, but while I'm sheening for you chaps and ladies and everything in between, got to keep it down here. Again, just pop a tape measure next to it. Can you see me or what? Have we all just gone quiet? Afternoon, Shepherd. Just had to do a double check to make sure your account was real because you're probably one of the highest trolled resellers in the reselling game. How was your holiday? Wolf, you look wicked, man. Here's trouble. Morning, Elijah. What time is it there now? Probably about 6 o'clock. 6 a.m. You had any sleep, mate? Don't get any funny ideas. Oh, I've got to clean the cable. It's a bit mucky. Look at that. First lackluster, now a bit of OnlyFans. What a channel. Diverse, haven't we? Diverse channel, mate. Sometimes I take pictures of stuff as they are, if they're not too bad. And then I feel like I just can't send it out like that. So then I end up cleaning it before putting it away. And then it sells and the customer's like, oh, it's better than it was in person. Worth going, but why does it feel like you always need a holiday after the holiday? You should just have an English holiday after. That's what you do. You come back to the UK a week later, you go to somewhere like Butlins or something. Just 800 quid, 600 quid or whatever it is, 500 quid. Probably cheaper for you and your boy. Me, I've got me, Emma, Ada and George. One's 13, one's 5. It's just expensive. But it is what it is. Didn't realise how dusty it was in there. 5:20 here, haven't slept yet. What do you do, mate? What do you do, Elijah? What's your cog? What do you do? Do you work? Do you not work? Do you have a business? Are you signed off? Are you on state? What do you do? Can you work? What do you do? I don't know too much about you, Elijah, because obviously you don't post content. We just talk through comment section. So I don't know too much. I have the same issue. I have to clean everything often, way over the top. Yeah, but your stuff comes from a bin, literally. Have you ever bought something to sell and ended up breaking it before you even get a chance to? Yeah, absolutely. I can't tell you exactly what, but yeah, I know it's happened. Yeah, many a times. My favourite one is where I get like really dirty cups and I'll hold the handle to clean it. I'll get in there and the handle will come off. So I'm like, oh, well, at least it happened to me instead of happening when the customer had it, because it was always going to happen. It's one of my favourite ones to do. I wouldn't normally go this far on a £12 item, but this is particularly dusty, particularly grubby. Just get the mains off, you know. Yeah, that's fine. I've got to put the bowl back in. I must say, you're almost my favourite YouTuber of all time. Ricky Resold just edges it for me. Fair enough. That Ricky Resold is gone, mate. I think it's just called Ricky Lee now, that channel. All their videos are deleted. I just put like shorts and stuff in there. Just randomness, random stuff. Ricky Resold. That was a fun venture, wasn't it? Right? Showing my normal stuff day to day and then doing just solds on a whole separate channel. I try to do like the American thing, like Commonwealth picker and Commonwealth flipper, you know, that kind of thing. I've got an energy for it. Has your eBay sales been down as people saying it's dead on YouTube? No, I'll get out whatever I put in. I can't say they're down. But I don't really know. I don't look at the stats like that. I just look at what I'm doing every day. I look at every day. I only zoom out when I have to. I only zoom out if I'm planning something or whatever else. Should have zoomed out on this picture, to be fair, instead of stepping back. I look at day to day. If I wake up, I won't even notice I'm having slow sales unless I'm like, I probably get to like day 3, day 4, and then I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Just realised I'm not packing much recently. And then I would probably take a look, but no. I've just yesterday reached my 250 item limit on my store. Now wants me to pay 12 pence a listing, and I'm not going to upgrade to £90 a month just yet, like I was for like 5 years, until I'm ready to blast through that. So I'll just kick back for 2 days now, making complete drafts, and then once, is it Friday, I think? When's the 1st? Friday. I'll have loads and loads of ready-made listings to do, and I'll just release like 10 a day. I've got a nice draft bank coming now. I only really ever have like 250, 300 items on my store, but obviously the reoccurring thing. Until I'm ready to blast through it. Christmas, I think I'll upgrade the store to that £90 a month. I'll speak to a friend of mine and I'll just get a load of stock consistently, fill the garage up to the point where it's annoying me that I can't move, and then I'll just list everything. Have like 1,000 listings again. I don't work, no. I would love to start my missing business. Insomnia is I suffered with it for many, many years, mate. Can I suggest? I know it's very different. It might not work for you, but I have to order it from the States. In fact, I made an order yesterday from Piping Rock. I use melatonin. It's fantastic for me. Nothing's ever worked for 30 odd years, and then I got that 2 years ago, and I've taken 1 to 2, sometimes 3, 12 milligrams every single night for 2 to 3 years now, for the last maybe 2 years now. It's fantastic. Try it. I'm sure you probably have if you've got diagnosed insomnia. But live joke: what did the Spanish fireman call his 2 kids, Jose and Jose? Absolutely not. When will you know about the eBay comp? Months away, months and months, mate. We just spoke about it secondly. That's why I was like, 23rd is when they announce it to the public, so of October. So whatever that is before us, I don't know. I went from 200 items down to 170. This is old stock. We'll boot it. Yeah. How's things, player? Hello, Carl. Thank God you're here. Been binge watching for the last hour videos on abandoned place and satanic rituals. There's a guy that I found on Facebook. He's probably on YouTube as well. I don't really like on YouTube. I found him on Facebook and then haven't looked him up on YouTube. He does that. He doesn't look abandoned places. Fantastic. Glad to be of service, mate. I never actually know how to set it off apart from drop it. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. So you do that. but the lights as well. But I don't think you press anything. I think it literally is just a matter of what was I saying? Is that Dr. Pepper you're drinking? That's my favourite. Yes, mate. The one. Root beer. We should call it soda more. We don't call it soda, do we? We call it fizzy drink, fizzy pop. What do we call that? Me and Emma just say, get from the shops. Do you want anything from the shop? Oh, just grab us something fizzy, will you? What do we call that? I don't call it pop. I don't call it pop. I know that a lot of English do. I don't. Just cringes me out for some reason. Melatonin, I've heard it works like a charm. Yeah, give it a try. You probably just order it straight away over there. I use 12 milligrams. Maybe try that as an adult. Minimum. You don't want that with the kid stuff. Just like 2 milligrams, whatever it is. I think you can probably just walk into any sort of like, what's it called, CVS over there, whatever you've got, and just grab it off the shelves. I'm pretty sure you can. Whereas I have to order it from your side and get it airmailed over, because we don't sell it in the UK. We sell magnesium instead, which is good. No, not knocking magnesium, but I want the good-ish. I want the good stuff. The melatonin magic, as cannabis would say. Hi Ricky, why is eBay completely dead at the moment? No views and no sales. Honestly, I don't know how you're listing. You know, believe it or not, it could be something to do with what you're doing instead of just eBay. Believe it or not, can be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You know, you're asking me that question, but unfortunately, I don't know if you could be listing things by taking pictures and just throwing it on the back of a chair or something. I don't know. Too many factors to give you an answer there, my darling. But my darling, cryptic mate, whatever you are, male or female, I don't know. It's too hard to give you the answer. Woo, 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 woo. Are you listing every day? Are you taking good photos? And are you setting good prices? As long as you're doing all those things, have you got good items? Have you got items you want or items that you just like to sell? Are you a toy seller that is only selling loom bands, and now loom bands are out of fashion? You know? Lots of different. I'm not putting that in the right damn box. Better be H. Yeah. I got mine shipped from the US. Yeah, same. Is it Piping Rock? That's all I used. eBay completely fat. Has the buyer fee scare people away? See, that's part of the problem, mate. I can't compare you because the fact you've got a buyer fee tells me you're a private account. eBay might be trying to squash you. They might know that you're selling for profit on a private account, so they might be dampening your sales. Of course, that is just a conspiracy theory, but I don't know, mate. I've answered you, mate. Mail, I asked you about the accounting thing in Buns a while back. Oh, yeah, hello, mate. Yeah, like, it could be... I know you are now, so it's easy to answer the question. So, because you're on a private, if you're talking about the buyer fee, eBay could be trying to... They might... I don't even know. Why would they do it? Because they still get their money. I don't know, brother. It's in good pictures. Same as before. It's in good pictures. Are you getting good prices? You know, what's your pictures are like? For example, I'm not saying mine's great, but I've just took a picture of a fire truck thing toy, and that's what it's going to look like when you first come to eBay. There's my picture. Clean, clear, no noise, no mess. I'll use the correct keywords and I'll price it correctly. Dr. Pepper is gross. Yeah, it has changed. Definitely has changed. Nowhere near what it was it? They took an ingredient out of the sugar, probably. My darling. Oh, dear. I'm still going to call you my darling when I see you on the field now. How are you, my darling? Have you ever done a live Q&A? If so, I wasn't subscribed to you yet. Subscribe to him to go. If not, we'll become. I mean, these are pretty much Q&As, and I'll just do whatever on these. When people know they can ask me questions, I'll answer. They can give me opinions and whatever else. So the same sort of thing. It is basically that. It's just not scriptured as such. Rare vintage discontinued. No, that's your thing. Have a look. Let's have a look. Let's all have a look. We're all going to look at your. Copy and paste them. Search. Let's do advanced. Seller. Seller's name. Let's just bring up loads of rare and discontinued items. Search by seller. Only show items from. Maybe that is you. Let's have a look. Oh, it is you. Ignore me. Right. Let's have a look. Let's share that. We'll give some opinions. Who knows? Never seen it this bad. All right. So this is your account, right? So straight away. Hold on a minute. It's opening things in new. It's opening things in new tabs. Stupid. Is that streaming now? Yeah, okay. Straight away I can see that obviously your private account and you're selling quite obviously business kind of stuff. I don't know if that could just be a conspiracy theory. I don't know. 2007. Let me have a look and see what that sells for. So you've got 640 mils there for 1880. You've got 300 mil there for 43. So 640 mils. It's not too far. It's quite good, I suppose, that. Aqua de Parma. But what's the sell-through looking like? How's it selling? One sold first. Let's just look at Aqua de Parma. 26th of July, 4th of June, 29th of July, 28th of July, different ones. 28th of July. Seems to be like the perfume and stuff seems to sell the best in the gift sets. It seems to be like things like just the creams, probably nobody wants them the same sort of way. It keeps changing my tab that I want to share. So these are obviously all your listings. You've got to ask yourself, like, are people just wanting this kind of stuff now? It looks like you might need to diversify. That's what I would do. I would say diversify what you're selling. All you're selling is what looks like perfume and makeups and creams and stuff. Now, that is a very saturated market. I think unless you've got hundreds, if not thousands of items of the same thing, you're really competing. You're really competing. And I don't know if those prices, I mean, just there you've got, Mark, can you see this or not? There you go. Straight away, just there. Little things like this, St. Michael. There needs a space there. And you obviously copying and pasting titles. When I copy and paste that one there, I would go in, I would manually lowercase it, use the first letter as thing for every single one. First letter as uppercase. Temple Spa Calming Skin Balm, 2 times 30 ml. You can also put there beauty, cosmetic. You can add extra keywords on the end. You know what I mean? Use up that 80 space. Skin balm. What's it for? Face or hands? You can put hands, face, hand, body, and face, and beauty. You got up to about there. You've got like 80 keywords to do. I'm no expert, but this is just things that I would do if this was my account. But also, if you're going to sell stuff like that, try a business account is free, and with the amount of listings you've got, we've got 57 items. I think you still get 100 free, and then you pay for a store to have £29 a month to have 250. Try that. I know it's a black screen now. I know, yeah. My apologies, but sweet down. Has to holiday might either because I can't cope with the sales. Yeah, fair. One thing I love about this is no stopping halfway while you tell us about the amazing widget X that you just cope with. Sponsors are great, but it's better to see it in use. So CrossList actually reached out to me as well, but I think all them softwares just, unless you do a lot of mega numbers, it's not hard just to. Well, I only have things that I put on eBay and things that I put on Vinted. I don't normally CrossList. I don't have the same on both. Very rarely. However, today's video is sponsored by Brains. Please use them. Oh, it's here. Do you have your live open to anyone or just subs? Anyone? Couldn't find you when I searched the name. Oh, the other chap, I'm guessing. 23 feedback going to put people off. You need to build. I mean, it shouldn't. I mean, if you use 23 feedback as a business account, what I would also do is make a logo for your profile picture instead of having just your standard, what have you got there? R that you've got. Make a profile picture. It's not hard to do. Quite simple. You could like rare, vintage, discontinued, and have like a perfume bottle in the middle. Done. Adds a bit more professionalism. If you are going to trade as a private for as long as you can, adds a bit more professionalism to it. Have a collection from the last 35 years, all kinds. Yeah, you got tons, mate. Anything marked as rare makes me cringe. Aqua de Parma is really expensive. I saw some perfume for $150. Yeah, as I was saying, like the perfume seems to have been selling the nicest on there. Black screen. I sell beauty on eBay, love them without that, and that brand sells well, but only vintage perfumes. Yeah, that's what I was selling. Also, not to be offensive, I'm not racist, but I don't mean to be a twat, but is about to be offensive. You only have 23 feedback. How can you think it's slow? I almost have no reference to go by. Yep, pack as much info inside as you can. You are an expert. I don't know about that, mate. Hey, Ricky, have you tried any of the AI removal apps for clothing? No, I'll just, if I need to remove any background. Well, the whole idea of me building this clothing setup here is so I haven't got to do any of that. I don't want to piss around editing pictures once they're done. I want to take them and they're done. Because they can be done. You haven't got to have like Gucci website standard photos. You're selling on eBay a used t-shirt, somebody's sweating stinking in it before you've washed it, give it a whatever and stuck it online. Just my personal opinion. If I ever did want to use an AI removal background for clothing, I'll just use my thumbnail making app, which I use, which is Bazaar. It's like £30 a year. That removes backgrounds quite well. I'll just use that. I don't use these AI tools specifically for your eBay business. Shut up. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate it. But yeah, no worries, man. That's what I would do. So try and use as many of them 80 characters in your title as you can. So if you've got 2 times 40ml hand soap by Lyland Scott, for example, and you've only used like 54 characters, you've got 30-ish left. So have a look. What's it for? Face, hair, skin, alcohol free. Is it scented? Just try and use them all up. And add things that people will be looking for, like cosmetics. Add word like cosmetic or beauty or shower gel and whatever else. That's what I would do. I use Photo Room. It's really good. I used to use Photo Room. Yeah, I used to. But then I was paying for that. And then I was paying for Bazaar as well for my thumbnails. And I realised I could do the same in Bazaar as I could with Photoshop. Depop have a new background tool. Yeah, eBay have the same. But I mean, it's not for me, basically. Hello, Ricky. Just want to say you're absolutely smashing the YouTube. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. I agree you don't need AI background, but I use it as I said on higher end sites. Yeah, and that's exactly a prime example of a way to have it. That's why I mentioned for the example before, you're not trying to take Gucci worthy pictures. Whereas if you're selling on sites like that, with a vestiaire and whatever else, then I can see why you'd want to remove it. For eBay, Vinted, and even Depop, you're pissing around. Save yourself some time and get a good setup. Just get yourself a good setup. That's what I would do. Not to be racist, but yeah, it normally happens. When I see an AI description, yeah, eBay, that's another thing as well. I don't know if you have. Let me have a look on your listings. Do not use AI descriptions. Don't do it. No, you haven't done it. AI descriptions. In a few years, it might be decent. Maybe I'll say by the way AI is moving. Tomorrow, it might be decent, but as it is now, do you know if you can do multiple photos on that app? You can't do multiples at once like you can on Photo Room. I know you can batch do it, but I don't need to do it. So to me, it means nothing. But if you want to do batch background removal, Photo Room is fantastic. It's great. Just not for me. You asked me if I've used it before and stuff. And I have. I don't use them. But yeah, Photo Room is great for that. Hi, Ricky. Currently have a Freeview recorder. I see it sells on eBay for around 30, but got it on Vinted for 10. Not selling. Do you think it's worth opening an eBay account to sell? The answer, prime example there. People ask me, how do you know what you want to put on your Vinted and what you want to put on your eBay? I've now come just to learn. Like I said, last time I cleared my Vinted store down to 0. Do you remember? And I said, because I think I've figured out, I need to share that with you guys eventually, actually, or at least what works for me on there. Vinted have only just started selling electronics on there. I don't sell electronics like that on there. I sell like consoles or stuff like that. I don't sell Walkmans on there, bits like all that kind of stuff. eBay's going to have the audience for that. eBay's fantastic for that kind of stuff. It's steadfast. It's made its name. It's got the audience for. You've got traders on there who trade in that. Normally, I list the Humax box. The same buyer buys it, and they sell like skyboxes and all sorts of stuff. That was weird. I just found this little thing. Just hello. Oh, I'm so ADHD. Or just distracted. What was I talking about? I wouldn't list something like that on Vinted. For me, that's straight into eBay. It's just the market for it is on there. Vinted has opened up accounts and that and categories for it. I think Vinted's got a long way to go yet still. Hello, Ryan. Goodbye, Ryan. I don't know what you said. I would use more photos. eBay suggests at least 6. I normally use 24 regardless. Well, not on everything, but I'll take pictures of every angle. If I take a picture of this, for example, I've taken a picture of that, and I'm not going to turn it to its side. I'm going to turn it halfway to its side, then it's side. That's 3. That's 4, halfway to the side there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then try and find any serial numbers. 10, 11, 12. Show that it moves. 13, 14, 15, 16, and then might zoom in on the button there. Show it on. 17. That's 17 pictures there. That is nice. Well, I am going to take over your world. Grow up. If you use AI and vintage, you usually get it flagged. Yeah, I mean, vintage, I always just put in my description the condition, good, and then what box it's in, H. Background removal won't make a bad photo look good. Exactly that. It needs to be the right angle with the right lighting, regardless. You can't just take a picture of it at an angle and hope that the background's going to make it look good. It's taking me ages to teach me how to use manual settings on my camera. Yeah, like bring the settings down or up. Until I watched you, I never knew Vinted did anything but clothes. Yeah, they do. You can do clothing, game. It's open now. You can sell. In fact, as of yesterday or the day before, no, last week it was. You can sell beds and wardrobes and stuff on there now. Everything. It's going to start opening up, but I still think eBay is the Billy Big bollocks for me. Thank you for the feedback. I will have a look into eBay. Yeah, that's what I would do, mate. Even though you can sell free view recorders on there now, I don't think it's got the market for it. I don't think anyone's on there searching for a free view recorder, or at least not as they would be on eBay. Vinted are increasing the categories, not belong before it catch up. Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to have all the categories soon, but it won't have the market straight away. Anybody who's dismissing the growth that Vinted has had and has are deluded, but can it be the next eBay? I don't know about that. I don't think so. I think it'll just be like, what's a good comparison? YouTube and Rumble, maybe? Do you see what I'm saying there? Like YouTube's the king, Rumble's got a good share, but the majority will go straight to YouTube first. Do you know what I mean by that? I think that's where it is. Like it was eBay Depop, and now it's definitely eBay Vinted Depop. Personally, you can see the figures. Figures are there, so it's not personal actually. It's got a brand new pair of Sparkos sitting on the floor. Of course. What Daily Motion is to YouTube? Yeah, that as well. Spider on my hand. Look, is that money spider? Whee! Skydiving. Don't let me shut on you. Tell him to suck it. I didn't have to have a user manual for some boots. I love that they sell furniture, Jackie from Bolton. As a product photographer, two main things: clean background and lighting. Really low-end phone or camera images will look great with these two. Exactly that. Exactly that. Hello, retro girls. How are you? Got a great little channel those two have. How's your birthday? Good, thank you, Carl. Good, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't want to get too suckered into it. I get people in trouble. People keep buying me presents and super chatting me. It's not my birthday. It is my birthday, but it's not my birthday. But it is my birthday. I think Richard's caused the most trouble with it. I just think that the day that you and Richard was in the chat talking about it was when the most trouble was caused. See, I'm not lacing these up here. Some people lace these up. I'm not lacing them up. No. Just going to tidy the laces up, put them there. You can see they've got laces. There we go. And I'll just do that. So that's what my first photo is going to look like. So you can see the Sparko brand on the box. You can see the whole shoe, the shape, the silhouette, the size, and I'll just move it around on there. I'll do toes, both sides. Then I'll take an invert picture of both. Get the heels in, get the badge in. All right, come on, the boys. How are the boys? Get the soles in. There we go. Anti-slip. Actually, I'll take that picture again. And I'll put the user manual in. So I forgot the user manual. Just shows that it's really, really new, you know. Keep it centered and put your phone in square mode as well. There we go. So you haven't got to overthink it. Spend a bit of time investing in your photo space, because you know, even if you go overboard like I do sometimes on projects, I end up getting a bit too invested. So you're going to last so long. Then you've got it, then, haven't you? You've got it always. That's just 2 bits of wood with some what do you call it? Kitchen cupboard cover stuff on it. That's it. H. Will it fit in H? Yeah, that's it. I need a new box. Personally, I cause disorder no matter where I am or with whatever I do. I love it. 57 and as mad as a bag of frogs. Well, ribbit to you, mate. I'm going to come down talks here that one day, just randomly. Have you thought about giving Ada £20, letting her choose an item to see if she can resell it for profit? Maybe George too, if he isn't too cool for that sort of thing. Ada hasn't got any kind of sense of that. Maybe fun because that's the whole idea of it. You're giving her £20 and what can you buy for profit? But she doesn't. She's slowly getting into the understanding of cash and money. Like if I said to Ada, if I give a big stack of cash on the side and £50, and I said, this is going to cost 50p, can you hold 50p? She give me like a £50 note. Well, she's not. She doesn't care about it. Maybe next year. She's getting there. Ricky. Oh, hello, Tom. I can't wait to go back to Borden. I keep forgetting to go there every Sunday because it's still got Reading. I love the lads at Reading. Ricky. Messed up at Borden on Sunday. Overpaid for the wrong LaRousse cookbook. Made it up at Hillside. Picked up some heron books on the cheap. Nice one, Tim. Hillside. That's the thing. That's why half of us don't go to Borden. So I used to like doing Hillside on the way back. But they stopped my filming there, and I like to film. You know, if I'm going to go to a car boot sale, I want to film. That's what I'm there for as well. So I can just do Reading, and then the other ones local to me. There's no issues with filming there. In fact, they welcome it. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, nice one. You know. So I'll leave you to have all them bargains there. Not Borden. Borden, fine. Borden actually okayed it as well. Just autumn. Paint. What? What's he saying? What's his first bit? Paint. I use ample wallpaper in different design colours for my backdrop. Brick usually looks great. You can get a decent light box pretty cheap these days. Yeah, you can. You can as well. Got a few more bits done there, didn't we? That was alright. That's handy like that. Let's go next. Hopefully you might have got a little bit of, people asking the questions that you might not have asked, and you might have inadvertently got an answer to a question or something then, or a viewpoint from somebody else, a viewpoint. What a corker. As I was saying, you might have got some answers from people there that you wouldn't have even thought about asking yourself. Just shows the owners have as much to hide as some sellers. The thing is, I've got a picture of the bloke as well, because it's funny. The guy that was complaining and snobbed to me, I know who he is. And he seemed like a right dodgy little shitbag. I'm not going to show him, actually. I'm not going to show him, obviously. So I know he was complaining. But I had my daughter with me, so I'm not going to kick off anyway. But if I was on my own, I probably would have pulled the other bloke to one side and been like, what's your problem? Do you know what I mean? You little snitch, you little, they're filming me. Crying about it. Because he's the trader. All he's trying to do is trying to stop competition. That's all this guy was doing. And probably not get caught for probably buying and selling at a car boot sale when he's being dodgy. But Soap Bath Products wins with #1 crown as we end this chat. So massively appreciate everyone for coming in on this second round 2. Might see you for round 3 later. Who knows? But I'll see you then regardless. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.